One question I get all the time about the Employee Retention Credit, ERC, is are people actually getting their checks? Have people received their money? Yes, it takes quite a while for the IRS to process those revised payroll tax forms. And some people think getting money for 2020 and 2021 retroactively is a little too good to be true. So today I'm going to share with you some success stories that I've come across from neighborhoods, communities, and basically let you know that yes, many business owners have indeed gotten this money. So stick around, you're not going to want to miss this. So you heard right. Many business owners heard about the Employee Retention Credit, ERC, and have filed months ago, maybe even up to a year ago, and the money is starting to roll in. So before I share with you a handful of success stories, drop a like for this video. All right, I have made it my mission to help small business owners get back this money. Remember, this is money that they've already paid. If they don't see if they qualify, if they don't go through the process, then the government simply keeps it. And real quick, not everyone is eligible for this money. Some of the quick rules are simply that you definitely needed to have W-2 employees on the books during 2020 and 2021. But no, if you were an independent contractor, a sole proprietor, if you had quote unquote employees that you just paid 1099 or cash under the table, then no, I'm sorry, that does not count. The first one that comes to mind is a salon owner in Akron, Ohio. This small business owner got back $64,115. Now, I know what you might be thinking, a salon owner, don't they just simply like rent out chairs? You know, each hairstylist or barber, for example, would be like their own like self-employed person. And the answer is not always. You see, think of that full style salon, ones that have extension specialists, estheticians, front desk. Those types of salons indeed have W-2 employees on the books. And of course, one of the qualifiers for the Employee Retention Credit, ERC, was full or partial shutdown. I'll go ahead and flash it on the screen right now. I didn't get a haircut for something like 8 weeks, and I had just started a YouTube channel. I was trying to look fresh, and instead I'm like combing this big puff here. Anyway, let's move on to another example of a successful business that would maybe surprise you. So let's head all the way out to Sacramento, California. Here we have a nonprofit business. Yes, indeed, nonprofits, churches, even tribal organizations can qualify for this valuable payroll tax credit. Now, this nonprofit is a chamber of businesses, basically making sure that they keep Main Street vitalized, revitalized, keep the businesses, like basically flourishing. Now, one of the most amazing things about this business is that they were able to give back $278,733. And when you dig a little bit deeper, it was because of a full or partial shutdown order in the state of California. Just think about it. Community gatherings. I'm talking about nonprofits now again. Think of churches. Think of getting together with your fellow, like-minded people. That was completely shut down. And then moving along, there were further capacity restrictions on gatherings. So if you think your business might qualify because it had some sort of limited capacity, then I highly suggest you look into the Employee Retention Credit. Now, I will say real quick, sometimes nonprofits pay people a little bit differently, like it's more of a stipend, or for example, like a pastor might be actually like a self-employed person. So I definitely suggest, talking to your accountant or payroll department and just finding out, who was actually a W-2 employee on the books. Now, moving on, one of the last examples I want to share is a metal shop in Spokane, Washington. You see, this business qualified because of supply chain disruption. Being a metal shop, you literally are manufacturing all different types of parts and materials that other businesses need to be able to call on for and buy from you. However, those raw materials, think of steel, aluminum, you name it, those were pretty hard to come by depending on who your supplier was. And if you're unfamiliar with the supply chain disruption qualifier, it simply goes that if a major supplier, a nominal one, 10% or more, somebody that you use could not get you your materials because they were under some sort of governmental mandate, some sort of shutdown order, then your business could indeed qualify as having a partial shutdown and therefore be able to get back the employee retention credit money that you are entitled to. For example, one of the major steel providers and providers of steel-related materials is located in North Carolina. However, North Carolina had a state of emergency from March of 2020 that went all the way till August of 2022. Now, that is to say that even though supply chain may have opened back up somewhat, maybe restaurants opened back up, it didn't mean and doesn't mean that your supply chain issues stopped. Therefore, in terms of key takeaways or success stories for this employee retention credit ERC, I only touched on a handful of industries or businesses. There are literally thousands more that I could go on and on about. So I'll leave a link down below in the description to a few testimonials if you want to check out other people and what they have to say. Of course, if you have not heard about the employee retention credit and all the money that is potentially available for small business owners, then I'll leave a link to a playlist right up here. Please go check it out. Oh, and one last thing, don't pre-qualify yourself. If you are interested to see if potentially your business or even a business that in your local neighborhood or community could qualify, I'll leave a link down below in the description. I've partnered with the good folks at the ERC Specialists. They really are the best in the business at maximizing this credit. And if you think your business doesn't qualify, there is a ERC affiliate program where you could make a couple of extra bucks, kind of like side money, by helping other business owners learn about the ERC employee retention credit. So it really is win-win for everybody. I'll leave a link down below in the description, not only to the affiliate program, but to a couple other resources as well. My website's also full of resources, not only about the employee retention credit, but about small business, personal finance, so head on over there. Also, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. All right, as always, I'm Rich, and until next time.